do my makeup and skincare on this channel, which is a makeup and skincare channel. Will not be repeated. So please follow along. If you want to learn, anyone who is interested or likes that kind of stuff is welcome, male or female. I am not going to restrict. And I'm not going to tell you anything about my personal life, which is personal, for a reason. Now, respectful people only on this channel. I will not say it again. I already did my eyebrows and some of my skin prep off camera. And a little bit of my under eye correction. I'm just going back and reinforcing my under eye correction a little bit. With a little more hydration because it got a little cakey and I don't like that. When you correct under eyes, you have to be flawless. Under eyes are not supposed to be cakey. I can do cakey, matte, full coverage, anything like that if you want me to for makeup purposes. But eyeshadow and eyes are not supposed to be cakey, especially as you mature. And I'm in my late 30s. That's all I'm saying. We're going to pick up our brush, which is sometimes an occasional multitasker brush when I travel, but usually I use it for priming purposes. Lexi. I live in the United States. Please do not ask me any more questions about my personal life. I will not give it out. I'm not saying that again. You can ask where I'm from, what country, that's fine. You can ask my name, that's another fine thing to ask. But those are the restrictions on my personal life. No more personal questions. Okay. We are going to first let this sit for a couple of seconds, get all tacky. Perfect. We are going to take our bronzer brush and do this in reverse. Okay, contour and bronzer brush and do this in reverse. Because I like the creams to stay on top. So we're gonna go and use our makeup palette by one size. Do a custom evenly coated all over side. Evenly coated, okay? Tap off the excess. Thank you for the compliment. You are not allowed to talk. No, this is not a wrestling channel. If you want to watch wrestling, go to another channel. Thank you. Bye. We are going to pinch the brush. Okay. I like heavy nose contour because I got into an accident last year and that's why I cover my nose. I like to airbrush. Thank you for the compliments. They're not going to go anywhere. Hi everyone, sorry. I am doing my makeup. And not paying attention. This is not, I'm not paying attention because of some creeps that was bothering me. Finally, hi Alexis. Someone's name I can pronounce. Besides Medina. Hi Medina. Okay. See where you get that Ozempi nosy? Okay. Okay. I am going to then take a concealer brush. Yes. I know. See these spots that I'm covering with that tap, tap, tap method? That is because they are full of redness and I have acne prone skin. So the way I do it, you don't necessarily have to do it this way, but the way I do it is for people who need and have that problem. You can do less, you can do more, it doesn't matter, but it's totally up to you and totally up to your skin preference. If you have combo skin like me, I suggest this method. It works really well, but I find the older I get, I still can't get rid of my nasty combo skin and I hate it. And I have super sensitive skin too, which makes finding the right products for me even more difficult. Yes, I'm doing my bronzer before anything. To have an easier guideline with the powder. See how it gets tiny right there at the bulb? That's what you want. Especially as you mature, your nose gets a little fatter on the sides. And so, yeah. Have a little bit of redness at the top. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. Makeup by Mario. Sculpting and bronzing. Same brush. Warm it up on the back of the brush. Disperse it evenly. Makeup artist palette. No, I'm not using the back of my hand. Those days are gone. Even coated bristles again with the rest of the bronzer. You do not need to do it this way. You can do powders after creams. This is just my personal preference. For bronzing and adding life back into the skin. I'm fine. Okay. We're going to take our blush by Juvia's Place in the shade Peach Rose. Very pigmented. We're going to take our blush brush by Sephora. Now, it doesn't matter if you go overboard because we're going to underpaint. So it's going to look natural anyway, seamlessly, eventually. Underpainting is all about trust the process and being able to go with the flow. I like to underpaint sometimes because it saves me a lot of work and I get done quicker if I underpaint. Especially if I work with a very, very pigmented blush. Such as this. It's very trust the process, okay? Trust the process. We're gonna take our foundation by L'Oreal. This is in the shade 430. This is the Infallible 32 Wear. 32-hour wear, sorry. take our foundation brush, also by Sephora, an oldie but a goodie. And we are going to flush out the skin before we contour. By the way, thank you, Taylor Ann Gallo, for the Ozempi Nosy hack. I love it. It came out perfect. This is a medium coverage. Foundation. And buildable. Sorry, I'm just going to make sure I blend up into the hairline. See how it's skinning now? That is what you want. You want the skin to be skinning. Then we're going to take our liquid contour, our cream contour, sorry. Take a little bit from Fenty on the back of this brush on the bristles. We're going to contour again. Yes, again. In the shade Amber, which is my shade. I do not speak Arabic. I hate being asked that. Sorry. I am Spanish, Filipino, and first generation born and raised American. I only speak Spanish and English though. Thank you. From now on, if you don't speak Spanish or English, please refrain from coming to my channel. Thank you. Sorry, my video got stuck there for a bit. Gracias. Hola. ¿Cómo están? Okay. Oh, Zempy nosy. Okay. Now, we are going to take powder brush para talco. Ay, perdón. Me olvidé de algo. Excuse me, I forgot something almost. My concealer. my brightening concealer. Okay. Take a little bit of setting spray if your makeup dries out. Para hidratar la cara. Tap, tap. Gracias. Ahora, cuando termines, ok, talco. Thank you. It's a combo of both skincare and makeup. Both skincare and makeup, Maricela. Both. Foundation, bronzing drops, concealer, blush, contour, bronzing powder, under eye correctors, which are also both skincare as well, under eye serum, eyebrow duo, face primers, toner and prep, makeup setter, under eye prep before the corrector, contour, no eyeshadow in this look. It was just a basic, quick, everyday look. Now, if you want to do your lips, you can do whatever you prefer. Like, I do pinks, usually neutrals, pinks, soft. But if you want to do your lips for every day, do your own. I'm not really good at recommending for other people because a lot of different people, you know, like different lips. Like some like bolder, some like more natural. But if you want to go with any brands for lips, I recommend NARS, I recommend ELF, I recommend Fenty. One of my favorites is discontinued is Jaclyn Hill's lip stuff. She doesn't sell it anymore, so you can't get it. You can get Kylie Cosmetics. That's another good one. What else is good for lips that I use? There's just been so many. I have so many different faves for different occasions and stuff like that. I use, I'm just doing a little bit. Finishing touch on my blush because I don't want to waste it, and yeah. But if you use the Juvia's Place blushes, get them at Ulta. I think you can get them also on Amazon. Use a tiny bit. Do not go heavy-handed unless you are going to underpaint like I did in the video. The reason for underpainting is to make it look more seamless, more flawless, more natural. Now, you can go a little heavy-handed because you're going to put your foundation, concealer, and all that over it anyway. So, it just doesn't matter. I did this powder bronzer before I did my liquid and cream. Some people like to do the powder on top of the liquid and set it, but I prefer to do my bronzing backwards because I like the powder under and this on top because this gives a little bit of a glow and emphasize extra glow. And then I do the blush on top of that. And then, you know, just watch the video, you'll learn. But, yeah. Now, you can get this off of the TikTok shop. This will last you a good minute. This one I got off the site. When you first go on the site, you put your email in and your phone number, and they give you a discount code, so I used the code to get me this. This one you can get on Amazon, at Ulta app, or Sephora, I think. I forget if she also sells at Sephora. But, yeah. Go and get your shades depending on your skin tone because your skin tone will be different than mine. So just keep in mind your colors will be different for that reason. The one size primers, I got them mostly off of the TikTok shop. So just go there, get the trio. If you have combo skin, get these three, a tiny drop of this mixed with a tiny drop of this and a tiny squirt of this will blur your pores, take out any oils, etc. Everything under the sun. If you just have pore problems, like big pores, you want to blur them, then get the Secure the Blur from One Size. If you have blurring pores and you sweat a lot and you don't want your makeup to fall off, this is your combo. Secure the Blur, Secure the Sweat from One Size. A tiny bit of both goes a long way, and I use a mixing palette. You can use a makeup artist mixing palette like I do, which is also cheap off of Amazon, or you can use the back of your hand. But that's just preference. You can also, like, yeah, I invest in my skincare because I have very, very sensitive skin and I'm also maturing. So I invest in my skincare based on my needs. Yeah. These brushes, they came in a set of 5. If you get them at Ulta, they're like, or off of the app, they're like $30-something before tax. So the set of 5, they're a set of 5, but I only used 3 in the video. So, yeah. Just keep that in mind. They're really good. They'll last you a really good long time. Plus, this one also gets under the edges here. You know, can kind of like under your eye. See? No creasing, no nothing. No harsh, hard time blending, no needing a sponge or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I love my sponges, but sometimes you just want a little more natural and you don't want to bake. And so for this time around, I just kind of used my brushes for powder and stuff. See? So, usually my skincare routine, excuse me, I dropped something, but usually my skincare routine involves these 2, plus these 2, plus a ton more skincare for my age. I'm in my late 30s, that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm getting up there. So usually I use a ton more skincare, but I just wanted to simplify it for this tutorial for some of you who don't have the time or are in a rush or something. Then I figured simplify the skincare, simplify everything, and, you know, switch it up for a bit. But usually, yes, I use a ton more skincare. Like a ton. And usually I bake here so that it looks a little more snatched and a little sharper like I look. Like I like and prefer. But I wanted to switch it up for today. Yes, I prefer more of a blurred natural and very carved out sharp nose. Because I am insecure, I have a little like bump that pushes my nose this way from a personal thing. When I went out last year, I just got into a situation where someone kind of hurt me and messed up my nose. But yes, usually I prefer more of a blurred, super snatched, super straight centered nose. So usually I carve out everything more, but I just wanted to switch it up for a change because I haven't done a natural tutorial in like a really long time. Thanks. Hit the subscribe button if you liked. this video or want to follow me, go for it. Remember, English and Spanish only. Thank you.